understood it was a big game for us. And, top to bottom for 40 minutes, that's as well as we've played. Certainly would be up there with one of the best games we played all year, if not the best. I thought both ends of the ball, intensity, effort, rebounding, for 40 minutes, I thought we were exceptional.
Coach, you guys really poured it on in the paint. Was that something that you put a big emphasis on coming in, and was it anything to do with their perimeter defense? They're one of the better three-point defending teams in the conference coming in.
It was a little bit, but a lot of it has been adjusting to, what our roster looks like these days. Playing Tajay and Trey together as much as we are, and now playing Kyle at the small forward. We've become a much bigger team in the last few weeks. And so it's slowly but surely kind of adjusting to what our strengths are now. We're a different team. A month ago when we were getting ready for the Buffalo game, I think we went into the Buffalo game the best offensive team, statistically speaking, in the conference. If it wasn't first, we were second. But we were a pick and pop four and Kyle Mallers and guards that used pick and rolls, multiple ball handlers on it. We were hard to deal with. And then we lost, John Trell, and we weren't as effective, from that point on. And then we were still trying to play the same way, but you could see us having less success. And then we lost Jeremy, and then we really started having, then Kyle went to the three, and we're just a different team. And we've had to adjust to the fact that our roster is not the same, and that's not easy to do when you have 3 days of practice a week, and one of those is non-contact. And by the way, you're also trying to prepare for the next opponent and make sure you know what they're running and what kind of defense they're going to play, and you have different guys playing with each other. It just is. It's been a while, but to answer your question, we've been trying to find more ways to get the ball inside gradually as our team has become bigger. And then tonight, it had more to do with us than Kent. It had a little bit to do with the fact that they sometimes play four guards together. Sometimes they play Mitch Peterson or Desmond Ridnour at the four. And when they do that, we have to find ways to obviously take advantage of it.
How unusual is it for a college basketball team to have to completely change its identity in mid-season?
Very. The only other time I remember being on a team that happened, and it's really what we talked to our team about with when Brian Thornton got hurt at Xavier. We were a team that played through Brian in his senior year, and he broke his leg in late January. And he was a first-team all-conference player, and we were a totally different team without him, and we changed a lot, and we had to, but we actually went on a real run. We had a nice end of the season, but we were instead of having the best five-man in the league, we had a five-man that was undersized and shot the heck out of the ball, and it's very different, but it's unusual for sure, and. But we can be good. I'm confident either way. I've been telling our team, and I really believe this, that, I'd be surprised if we're not, a team that people don't want to see when we get through this year. I think we just have to lock in on creating our identity with this team and understanding how this team's going to win. It's not necessarily the same as the team we had a month ago, and that's fine.
Coach, Trey and Taj, they combined out there to go, 17 of 22 from the field, even throw Sean in there with 6 of 11. Have you ever had a duo or even a trio perform that efficiently in a game for the whole stretch?
No. I haven't coached many teams. 50 points in the paint, for starters, that's an incredible number. And then when you say, Trey and Tajay went 17 for 22 from the floor. Wow. That's hard to do. And it's really hard to do. Those guys were great. I thought, Trey was great, 9 for 10 from the floor, 22 points, and he's shown he can do that for a long time. I thought a huge difference in the game tonight was Tajay's motor. That's the hardest I've seen Tajay play in a long time. 7 offensive rebounds in a game is an incredible number, and big difference in the game. And they smashed us in the glass in the first game. In particular, their bigs out-rebounded ours 21-9 or 22-9. and that was a big emphasis for us in this game. And, De La Rosa and Pippen got 8 rebounds tonight, and Tajay and Trey had 19, and we flipped that number. And I thought that was it. I thought Tajay's motor and effort, relentless effort on the offensive glass, was as significant as anything that happened in tonight's game.
Was staying focused on the glass part of the game plan coming in?
Yeah.
And how do you think the team responded to it?
I thought they really responded well, especially Tajay. He's the one guy that, if he got 7 offensive rebounds, he got his hand on like 5 more. Just every time the shot went up, he was pursuing that thing like crazy. And when he does that, we're a really good team. And I thought he was outstanding. I thought Trey was outstanding. And really our whole team was. In the beginning of the game, they were blitzing pick and rolls on Taylor and got the ball out of the pick and roll. Ball started popping around. And, they only had 4 assists, but a lot of them were what we would call hockey assists. He got trapped. He threw it to Trey. Trey threw one more to Tajay. Trey gets the assist, but Taylor's really the one that got out of the trap and got the ball moving. Same thing in the first play of the game. Kyle's in one. He gets it trapped. He throws it to Tajay. They rotate. Tajay skips it to Kyle. Kyle drives baseline and gets fouled. I thought he did a really good job at the beginning of the game of being a point guard. And I thought just top to bottom, I thought we played great. We wanted to make sure Jalen Walker didn't get too many threes off tonight. I thought we did a good job there. Just thought it was top to bottom. I was really couldn't have been more proud of the way we played.
Do you think ending a losing streak like that, a 15-game losing streak, does that have any significance to you guys as a team, or is it more something just for fans to say?
I don't think it means so much to those guys because they don't know it. I know 5 of them. So it means something to me, in that regard, and I think it means something to all of us, all of our Ball State fans. Like the ones that you're connected with are always the ones that are the most meaningful, and I know we'd never beaten them since I've been here, and I think that's the final team. And then I certainly was well aware of the streak, but I don't think it means as much to them as it does to me or our fan base or you guys or all that stuff. I think what does mean a lot to them is just that it was a big game. We've kind of gotten through certain hurdles, but we haven't always played our best in big league games, and that was something we had talked about internally about.
Emotional wins in a row with a lot of excitement. How do you guys translate that same sort of feeling to the road?
I think it's just a learning curve, for us. I thought our guys, in the Bowling Green game, we weren't ready to play at Eastern, and I thought we were slow in the Bowling Green game. And I think it's just an awareness for them of how, the responsibility of resting when you're not with the team, and kind of getting off your feet and getting your mind away from it and being able to charge yourself back up, put yourself in position to play. I have to make sure that I keep them fresh. We're only playing 8 guys, 9 really, and not burn them out. But it's kind of a collective. Every team goes through it. You saw Coach K didn't get anything from his team, and it's always funny to watch it when they go through it. But it's just a learning curve for us, making sure we're ready every game we play.
Do you think some of tonight was maybe just a little bit of a bad taste in the players' mouths from the last time out in that overtime loss, or do you think it's more so just getting used to the new lineup and kind of getting that cohesion back?
I think it's a blend of all of it. Us getting so many points in the paint, that didn't as much have to do with their readiness as it did with us being able to adjust to getting the ball inside more. But we were ready defensively. You could see the way we started the game. And, we had a big game against these guys in our eyes 2 years ago, and Jason Grunkemeyer did a great job of pointing it out to our team. It was our first time on that stage. We had 5 wins and 7 wins, and then all of a sudden we were breaking through. We were 12-5, 3-1 in the conference. We were on pace to our first 20-win season, and Kent had been the dominant program in the conference, and we were 3-1. They were 3-1. We were 12-5. We came in here and they handed us our head from the jump, and Jason showed some of our guys some of the clips about their readiness to start the game, and I thought that had a real impact on our players of just understanding that. Look, when you're playing good teams, you can't ever show up, without being flat. And I thought it was a great teaching point on his part, and I thought our guys really took it to heart, and I thought we really started the game the right way.
Anything different in game day preparation with the game being a little bit later?
Just push back, that's it. It's not that different for us at home because you still got class all day. When it's different is when you're on the road. You know, you're sitting in the hotel all day, but nonetheless, we have another one of these in 2 weeks, so, but not a big difference.
Anything else for Coach? All right, Coach,
All right.
congratulations.
Thanks, guys, man.
Let's get one in Akron.
Yeah, love to, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Coach.
it. Yep.